Hello and welcome to Matt's Mosh Pit, and today I'm going to be checking out To Live Deliciously by Cradle of Filth. But before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've shown me and my channel so far. It truly means a lot, and I could not do this without you. So folks, I understand based on my last Cradle of Filth reaction that it's one of those bands that seems pretty polarizing, and I believe it's not polarizing from necessarily like their viewpoints or style of music or anything like that, but it seems to be the band's been around for a long, long time. And so there are some people that got in with the band like a long time ago in the early days, and then they just grew tired of the band because the band, naturally just will evolve. And, sometimes you just kind of relate to this portion of their life but not this portion or whenever. And so I totally respect that, and I completely understand that. It's happened with me with a lot of my favorite bands where when I was young and, this band just came on strong, seems all hardcore and everything. And it's everything I wanted to hear when I was in my teens. But then as I got older and they got older, we just sort of grew apart. So I totally get that, and I understand that. And this is the case with a lot of these legacy bands. I will say for me, though, I actually had never heard Cradle of Filth until October. They put out their last video, and I was thinking, oh, the guy looks like he's dressed up for Halloween. Let me check it out, and I ended up loving it, and so I'm very, very excited to check out more from Cradle of Filth. And it's one of those situations where, I'm sure I'm going to get in the comments of, oh, they used to be so much better back then and now they're not, or whatever. All I can say, I can't really speak for, the previous stuff. I can just speak for the stuff that I've heard so far. And what I've heard so far, it is appealing to my ears. And so I really, really, like them, and I just need to go down the rabbit hole a little bit further. But at this point, they have a new album coming out, so they're putting out new stuff, which is all I've heard. So I should just stick with that. And then once I get through that album cycle, for lack of better terms, then I can kind of go back and check out the older stuff. The other thing that's actually cool about it is they will also be performing at the Tuska Fest in Finland in June. And as you guys know, if you've been a fan of the channel, I am going to Tuska this year. I am super excited. So Cradle of Filth is definitely one of those bands that I want to check out while I'm there. And so, let's see how this song goes. I'm sure if it's like the previous song that they just released, I really, really like that. But anyway, let's just get to the song and, we'll take it from there. I don't know how he gets that high pitched screech. It's weird, and I think that's what kind of draws me to the band, because I don't know what his real voice is. I think that's the thing. Is the other video that I did, it was something. It was the previous video that they released for this new album coming out, and he had like a little bit of like a Marilyn Manson type of voice when Marilyn does kind of like that little whisper type of whatever it is. So he had a little bit of that, and that kind of drew me because the fact that like I like Marilyn Manson's music and whatnot. So that kind of got me into it. But then I've noticed like his voice seems to change a lot as far as like it's got this like really high pitched screech, but I don't know if that's real or not. And I feel like he's had two different voices just in the bit that we've heard so far. So I'm pretty fascinated by that. I swear, this just totally satisfies my whole love of like horror movies. And like, I feel like if hell had a voice, it would probably be this dude's voice because it changes, but it's like very like demonic, but I don't know how to say it, but it's like I said, I feel like if hell had a voice, or like if I went to hell and there was like a hell welcome center or something like that, I feel like he would be welcoming me into hell. And so it's got that like demonic, cool, weird kind of voice. But anyway, so far so good. And for those of you who have been fans for years of Cradle of Filth, you're going to go, yeah, I was a big fan of that like back in 1996 or whatever. But bear with me, folks. It's new. It's new for me. How does he make that noise? That scream? It's crazy. Wow. What what did I just watch? Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, okay. I'm going to finish the video out and we'll share thoughts. Wow. You know what? Wow. I thought the video was going to be I thought it was kind of tame up until it wasn't, as they say. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so I'm kind of watching the video and I really dug the music. I should say this. I like the dude's vocals being different. The screams and all that stuff is fascinating to me. The band themselves sounded great. Like I don't know what kind of music this is technically. Like I don't know what subgenre it is. I don't know that it's black metal because of that. Like it didn't have that like tremolo picking that you normally associate with black metal. So I really don't know what this is considered. Feel free and let me know in the comments. And maybe they started out one way but then changed and this is a new thing. I don't even know. But the band and the music I thought was pretty great. I totally love that. And so I'm watching the video and I'm getting some like Exorcist vibes, which is cool because that is literally my favorite horror movie of all time. And I'm thinking the whole time I'm sitting there going, man, you know, how cool would it be to, I think I've mentioned this in the past, but like I would offer no help whatsoever if I was invited to a live exorcism, but I've always wanted to be invited to a live exorcism. I think that would be like the most fascinating, cool thing ever. Once again, I bring nothing to the table. Like don't think I would help in any way. I don't think I'd have anything from that to offer, but it would be cool to be at. It would be cool to be just fascinated by the whole thing. But that final scene, wow, that took things to a completely different level. And so, wow, that's next level, I guess I should say. Like, I don't know, I don't know how many more videos they're going to have for this particular album. Most bands usually put out, 3 to 4. And so they've put out 2 so far. I don't know how that can necessarily be topped I don't know if they're just trying to go from like straight up offensive or disgusting, or I don't really know what they're looking for, but wow. I can say I've never seen that in a movie before or a video or anything like that. So, wow. That's all I can say is wow, folks. So now's the time. What did you think of the video? What do you think of Cradle of Filth? And once again, I totally understand if you're one of those people who are like, yeah, I was into them back in the 90s, but I have dropped out. I get it. But maybe if you're watching this and you were a longtime fan a long time ago and you've dropped off, does this video or song make you want to go back and listen to them? Or is it completely like, nope, they're just in a different level. I'm in a different level. I have no desire to, revisit them. So, I'm kind of curious about that. So I don't know if this album so far is their best work or is it their, run of the mill at this point becoming very stale for the long-term people. So I really don't know. So I'm very curious on your take. And so also if you've seen them live, it seems like his vocal range is all over the place. Does he do it well live? Like, does it sound good live? I'm very fascinated by that too, because I don't know what is, studio versus live. There's a big difference there. So, so please let me know about that. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. It truly means a lot, and it will only further this channel. And for those of you who have hit subscribe, thank you very much. Now, please try to get your friends involved. Maybe they'll subscribe too. It would be super, super cool. And so, yeah, with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.